Hi, I'm Coach Charles Braun with Fit Health USA here in Herndon, Virginia. Question of the day: how do I prepare for Thanksgiving? Well, I'll tell you how I used to prepare for Thanksgiving 7-8 years ago before I made some substantial changes to my life. I would show up, and a lot of times it's at my house, so that kind of involved like going down the stairs, and I would grab my first drink, and as I was grabbing my first drink, I would start looking for things that would fit into my hands that would eventually fit into my mouth. So drink, hand food, drink, hand food. By the time dinner was ready at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'd already consumed enough food to last probably 2 days. So I really wasn't very hungry, but oh man, did that Thanksgiving food smell good. So of course I would sit down and have 2 plates of all of the Thanksgiving stuff. And then, of course, out come the pies and ice cream and all kinds of other goodies, cookies and all of those kinds of things. So I can remember many a Thanksgiving evening sitting there just stuffed to the gills. Alright, so that's how I used to spend Thanksgiving. Now, how do I recommend you prepare for Thanksgiving? Well, here's what I do now. Thanksgiving morning, I usually run a turkey trot. And then I'll do something really exciting like 100 pull-ups or 200 push-ups, or maybe I'll go run a couple of extra miles, and at the end of each mile I will break out another 20 or 30 push-ups or some band pull-aparts or something like that, just to really extend the exercise for the day. So this does 2 things. One, it occupies a significant amount of time on a day when you're going to be eating quite a bit, and so during that time I'm not really eating. But then after I finish working out, I sit down to a heavy protein and fat meal, and I avoid the carbs completely. So by the time Thanksgiving Day starts around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm not ravenously hungry. Whereas if I would have started out eating pancakes or something like that, I would be really hungry by this point in time, and so I would just start snacking on, as I mentioned before, anything and everything that I'm going to find. Something comes off the stove, I'm digging my fingers into it. So, by eating a heavy protein and a heavy protein and fat meal a few hours beforehand, when the snacks start coming out and the drinks start coming out, I'm not that hungry at all. And so I really don't start eating, and I usually skip the first round of drinks. So now it's mid-afternoon or so, and the food is coming out, and so I will start with your heavy proteins and fats with dinner. So I'm grabbing the turkey, I'm going to put some heavy fat-laden dressing or gravy on top of that, and I'm going to eat those things first, and then I'll grab some of the vegetables and make sure that I get 2 or 3 good servings of vegetables in place. And then, once I've eaten most of the stuff I know I need to eat, I'll then go around and take small portions of the things that I would love to have that aren't so good for me, like the stuffings and all of those various kinds of things. Sweet potato pie with the marshmallows and all those really yummy type things that you have at Thanksgiving. And then I'll probably actually drink a couple of drinks. But at this point I'm really full, so I'm not going to drink very much. And by the time it's time for pies, I'm going to have small slivers with the pies, because I'm just full at this point, and I really don't want to eat very much. And that's how I recommend you approach your Thanksgiving Day. Start out the day with some intense exercise, sign up for a turkey trot, or go run one with friends. Add some additional exercise to that, because you know you're going to eat more than you normally would on that day. And make sure that your breakfast is a heavy protein and fat breakfast. I really wouldn't have carbs with that breakfast at all. And when dinner starts to come out, start again with the proteins and fats and add your vegetables to it, and then come back and get the high carb foods that we all know and love, and just eat them in small portions. And when it comes out to the desserts later in the evening, again, just take really small portions so you can enjoy them, but you're already going to be full, so you're not going to end up pigging out on them. If you have any further questions or comments, please leave them below. Thank you.